that is our first kind of concrete evidence that something is happening here in Old Town. There are screen numbers for screens 22 and 23 at TP RMC 22. So this is something that I've never ever spoken about on this channel before. Yo, what is going on guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone. Today I have a very exciting video for you all, because I'm going to be discussing the future of the Thorpe Park Resort. Over the past few months, people have started noticing a few things around the park that could potentially be signifying and teasing things that could be coming to the park in the future. That's of course in relation to new mazes that could be coming to future Fright Nights events, new events coming to the park in general, and of course the big one, potential new rides coming to the park. So yeah, just to be clear, before I get into this video, nothing I'm going to talk about is necessarily pure fact at this point. As I said, it's all just kind of speculation and theories at this point. And also, this video isn't necessarily going to contain all my opinions. I'm largely just kind of showcasing speculation and theories that are popping up on forums and on comment sections online. Yeah, with that out of the way, let's start off today's very exciting video. Oh boy. So my first stop today is over here at platform 15, which has been a very key point of speculation for future developments here at the park for the past few years. Back in 2019, the first time myself and Kieran went through this maze, we obviously spotted a load of tree clearance.
But that was some big changes, boys.
Oh, honestly, I'm going to show you guys a little bit later on what we spotted in there, but it's not Fright Nights related.
But it's very big. Yeah, it's big.
I'm thinking a new ride, but we'll get to it in a bit. And although it was kind of debunked by people that were messaging me from the park at the time, I got quite a few messages from people that work at the park like, what did you actually see, Jack? And I was like, there's loads of trees going down. It's got to be a new coaster, right? And they were like, nah. Instead,
no, they must be sworn to secrecy.
That tree clearance over the past few years since 2019 seems to have continued. In fact, if you follow me over on Twitter, you will have seen a few times I've posted kind of updates to the tree clearance, and you can see from Google Earth that it's definitely happening down there. But as I've always said, the reasons as to why it's happening has always been a bit unclear. But obviously, in the build-up to this year's Fright Nights, it was announced that this would be the final year of Platform 15, hence the name change to Platform 15, end of the line. Now when the maze then opened in early October 2021, people noticed that there was a very interesting poster in the departure lounge area of the maze, which is literally just where you start. It's not the first room that you go into after the tunnel, it's like the second section of that room. A poster has been put up which states area under development. And there are also other posters in here that say how the tour is being cancelled and the last date will be on the 31st of October, the last day of Fright Nights. But yeah, it's this area under development poster that is a super interesting one, because that is our first kind of concrete evidence that something is happening here in Old Town. Now this phrase, area under development, has actually been used before by the park. Back in 2016, the first year that Loggers Leap didn't operate, on the map it stated area under development, and obviously nothing really came from it. So who knows as to what this new poster could mean, but it's certainly causing a lot of speculation at the moment, especially as Platform 15 is obviously located within Old Town, which has been a super hotspot, particularly in my vlogs and stuff, for potential future developments here at Thorpe Park. That's right, if you've been watching my channel for a while now, you'll know that particularly in vlogs throughout this year, there have been a few times where we've been walking around Old Town and we've spotted very interesting yellow construction markers. Anything interesting you see on park? Oh, hello! So yeah, all these markers are this same symbol.
It looks like a picture.
And they've all got numbers on them. Oh, we've got a line!
That's a lift hill straight.
A lift hill, yeah. And people have also sent me photos of construction tools that seem to be like measuring out this whole area. I got sent this very exciting photo from Charlie Waller over on Instagram, which shows a construction worker literally just down this path, like down there, kind of using some kind of construction tool to measure something. So yeah, Old Town for a while now has been an interesting spot. As I've always said, it might not be anything solid, it might not definitely be construction, it could just be drainage. But yeah, there are definitely yellow markers. In fact, just as I was walking over here, there are actually still some of them about. This bit in particular under Colossus, they're very faint now. In fact, there they are. There are definitely yellow markers right here. And yeah, as I said, throughout the year in different vlogs I've filmed, there have been loads more of these yellow style markers around Old Town. Now it is worth mentioning that Thorpe Park are very much aware of the hype of future things coming to the park and do like to tease things before they even come. A great example of this was obviously the Superstar Cinema store just behind me, which is kind of a massive kind of teaser campaign for the brand new maze trailers. Obviously there were so many awesome Easter eggs in this shop, including one where you had to use the app of what 3 words to kind of crack this Easter egg and find out the location of trailers, which obviously happened to be the old Jungle Escape building. But yeah, Thorpe Park can be very cryptic with their Easter eggs and like to hide them way before anything kind of official comes out about an upcoming project. So another key area for future Thorpe Park speculation is here in the brand new for 2021 Fright Nights maze, trailers. And one room in particular really stands out for a lot of these future theories, and that is the final kind of lobby scene that you go into in trailers. Now in this room there are a number of posters up on the wall, and some of these posters are just cool little Easter eggs. Some of them are even posters from within the maze, such as Hell Cell, and then you've obviously got Kieran's Easter egg in there. But there are 3 posters in this room that don't seem to link to anything within the maze or anything else currently at Thorpe Park. And these 3 posters are Tony's Teeth, which is like a vampire looking poster, Tutu's Revenge, which is like an Egyptian looking poster, and Exodus, which is like a forest kind of scene. And the inclusion of these posters within this maze has obviously got a lot of people talking, as people are trying to figure out, are they just like fun little Easter eggs, or could they be potential Easter eggs foreshadowing the future of Thorpe Park? And the thing that really kind of emphasizes the fact that they could be little Easter eggs foreshadowing the future is the fact that in this lobby room there are screen numbers for screens 22 and 23. And obviously in my behind the scenes video that I filmed with Steph in there, she was explaining that you go into scene 20 because it's 20 years of fear, and you exit through screen 21 because obviously the year is 2021.
You have your screen number 20 for 20 years of fear, and you leave at screen 21. So you know, 2021, but then when you put it together, screen 20 and screen 21, 2021.
So the fact that the screen numbers 22 and 23 are in this room is definitely exciting. But an interesting link with the Tutu's Revenge poster in particular is the fact that that poster has been featured on some of the merch this year, which is really interesting because it's not actually a scene within the maze. The only time that poster is seen is in that exit lobby, and yet somehow it's made its way onto the official trailers t-shirts. Now another interesting thing with this Tutu's Revenge poster is that it is directly opposite screen 22. So a lot of people are speculating that whatever this Tutu's Revenge poster is about could be something going on in 2022. Now another really interesting link to one of the posters within trailers is the Exodus one, because it turns out that this phrase Exodus has actually been hidden on Park for a good few months now. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. That's right, over here in the dockyard, some of you may remember these vending machines that were put in, I can't even remember now, at the start of like Park Vibes, I think it was, maybe just before Park Vibes. And you may know that I've got a bit of a connection with these vending machines because it's obviously got a very cool Easter egg for my own kind of clothing brand, SLK STN. Oh yes. But yeah, when these vending machines were put in, I was literally studying them so much because they've got so many old callbacks to loads of old attractions here at the park, and I spent many vlogs just kind of coming over to these and showing you guys. But there's been one thing on here that's kind of snuck under all of our eyes, and this thing actually links into one of the posters within trailers, and that is the fact that it says Exodus on these vending machines. And as far as I'm aware, this isn't a callback to any old attractions or anything else at the park. So yeah, that's probably why I never kind of picked up on it. But yeah, these vending machines actually have Exodus on them. Now, of course, another huge Easter egg within trailers, I'm sure a lot of people have picked up on by now, is the fact that within the scene Bozo's Play Zone, there's literally a crate, which on the side of it says TP RMC 22. And of course, this is relating to the fact that so many people want Thorpe Park to get an RMC roller coaster, to the point where it's literally spammed in so many video comments. So yeah, when people obviously started spotting that it said this on the side of a crate in trailers, they were very, very excited. But the fact it said 22 would almost suggest that Thorpe are getting an RMC in 22, and if that was going to happen, we would have been seeing construction and obviously planning permission years before 22, and we haven't seen any of that. So this is the one thing that I can pretty surely say is probably just the park messing around. It's nothing to take too seriously. Yeah, it's a great little nod in there, and obviously it's not the first time RMC has kind of been seen here at the park. So this is something that I've never ever spoken about on this channel before, and that is the fact that within the Colossus Cube there is actually a tree which has had the letters RMC kind of etched into it. And yes, so many people over the years have commented on my videos and like sent me pictures of this tree, like asking if this is some kind of teaser for a potential RMC coming to the park. And this is something that I will give my opinion on in this video. It's complete nonsense. It's literally graffiti, to be honest. Like, this is not an official bit of teasing from the park. The park would not just go and scratch RMC into a tree. So obviously the TP RMC 22 in trailers is official, but it's obviously hard to tell if it's anything to actually get excited about, or if it is just the park messing around and being enthusiasts. So over here at the Vortex Plaza, obviously we've got the Thorpe Park Hollywood side that we like to call it, and it's obviously had its Fright Nights overlay, in which on all of the letters there are old attractions and stuff. It's so cool to look back over the years of Fright Nights on these letters. And interestingly, on the K, right at the end of this display, we've got a tape which says 2022 on it. And whilst, you know, it doesn't give anything away really, it does show that the park are already thinking about Fright Nights 2022. I'd love to kind of analyse it and talk about the fact that, oh, the tape's red and the letter kind of looks like blood, but I'm deep in it too much at that point. But yeah, it's definitely interesting that there is a 2022 tape there. So they are kind of teasing next year's Fright Nights event on this Hollywood Thorpe Park side. So I've now made my way down to Monk's Walk to one of my favourite views of the Thorpe Park Resort. That's right, you get a beautiful view of the skyline from here. I haven't actually been here in so long, so it's nice to see that view again, isn't it? But yeah, as I said at the start of this video, don't take everything I talked about in today's video as gospel. It's just all about speculating and having a bit of fun, kind of predicting what the future years could hold for the Thorpe Park Resort. As I said, I've literally just been showcasing all of the speculation and theories that are currently going on online in the forums and in the comment sections and stuff. But yeah, it's so fun to kind of speculate next year's Fright Nights event and future events coming to the park, and of course future rides that could be coming to the park. If you guys are still watching, be sure to comment down below, what ride would you like to see coming to the Thorpe Park Resort? It's so weird to think that maybe one day this skyline could be changing with, ideally, a new big roller coaster. That's what we all want really at the end of the day, isn't it? A big new roller coaster. So yeah, let me know down in the comments all of your thoughts regarding today's video, because as I've shown, like, I do read through the comments and your speculations and theories could be featured in future videos. But yeah, thank you all very much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe for some very exciting winter construction updates once Fright Nights comes to an end and the park closes for the year. And yeah, otherwise, thank you all so much for watching. My name is TheJackSilkstone. Goodbye.